Everybody, welcome to Cocktail Time. It is Friday night, the last day of GDC. And since it is Friday, it can only mean one thing here at 4Player Network. It means that it is time to have some cocktails and talk about lovely, sweet, luscious video games. Hey everybody, how you doing? My name is Joseph Christ. I'm your host here at Cocktail Time. And with me, as per usual, is Chris Davis. How you doing, Chris?
I'm tired.
You're tired. Listen to this, Bob.
No right.
Listen to this, Bob. Poor Chris Davis is tired. Oh, we don't feel for you. I'll tell you that much. And Bob Webb. How you doing, Bob?
Exhausted.
So Bob and I are actually very exhausted because it was the last day of GDC. It feels weird. It feels weird to me that I am here sitting in Seattle, and only a few hours ago I was on the floor at GDC in San Francisco showing off our game, Tetropolis. It's very strange to be here now. Just a few short hours ago I was down there doing our little spiel. The spiel that we probably said about 200 times to people.
So many times.
And we didn't even.
Y'all got some decent coverage.
The funny thing about the spiel is that we didn't even write it out. We just kind of fell into it. The most concise way to let people know what Tetropolis was about. So for those who don't know, who might be watching for the first time, weren't here the last time or whatever, Bob and I and Jeff DeMello and Matt are making a game called Tetropolis, and we were at GDC this week showing it off on the show floor. Not on the expo floor, but the Indie Mega Booth had an area, and we were showing it off, and we got a great reception. It was fantastic. We got an article in Joystick. If somebody wants to put the article into chat right now, Joystick did a little thing about us. They came by and wrote something about us. We had Game Revolution who came by and played the game and loved it and wrote something about us. It was just a really great, really fantastic experience. Not only for just showing people and getting the name of the game out there, but really kind of hanging out and showing the game to our peers and having them give us feedback. I think we have like 3 or 4 pages of feedback, if not more, that we're going to be using to improve the game. But it was just a really great experience. And beyond that, the talks were great. I went to a bunch of talks about level design and animation, and it's really just it was a really great educational experience overall, and it's very different from, I know everyone watching here probably has never been to a GDC, but you might have been to a PAX, or maybe you had the chance to go to E3, and it's very different. I mean, it's inside baseball, it's very industry related. So when you go down to the Expo Hall, it's not like loud noises, video games all over the place. It's really like, here's some new tech for motion capture, and here's some new tech for texturing, and it's all just like really tech-oriented type of stuff, which I love and I think is great. It's just interesting to kind of finally see that other side of it,
Here's some people doing interpretive dance, but they have the suits with little balls on them. You can see some animating characters.
Yeah, because she was asking if I saw any fedoras. No, because game developers don't wear fedoras. Gamers wear fedoras, not game developers.
I don't think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw someone who looked like Robin Hood.
Oh yeah, there was some guys wearing. It's not like people aren't cosplaying a GDC. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that type of thing. And someone asked if I saw any 4PN fans over there. No one there knows who 4Player is. For the most part.
Well, they should.
Well, game developers, I don't think read a lot of the flashy news game sites. Honestly,
well, they should.
I don't think they should. I don't think they should. They should
should at least read us.
Stick to Gamma Sutra, and yeah, they could read us. We're not as sensationalistic, But it was great. I had a great time. Great meeting everybody. As for developers, who did we meet, Bob? So the guy who made Neverending Nightmare, whose name I forget, you can remind me.
Matt Gilliganbach.
Matt Gilliganbach. Yeah, he came by. He played the game and he really liked it. Anybody else? You know what? It's like there's big name people, but then there's like tons of like everybody else.
Mike Bithell came by on the first day. I think he was one of the first people to play it too.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So he played it.
Yeah, the guy who did Thomas Was Alone.
The guy who did Thomas Was Alone played it. And he liked it. One of the best things that was we kept having Blizzard people come over and play our game. Who really
every day we had at least like 3 or 4 Blizzard people come by and play. I don't know if it's like the same people or kept telling other people to come and see it. It was weird.
But Blizzard people kept coming by saying, "Hey, my friends told me to come by and play this game." So it was really pretty neat. But like most of all, like I said, it's really cool. Just kind of getting all that peer-to-peer feedback from people, and that's kind of what GDC's kind of like. It's kind of interesting, you know, like you go to the bar or you go to these parties and you're there like getting drunk with other developers talking about shit that would bore the fuck out of anyone else, and you're enjoying the conversations, and it's really fun, you know?
Yeah.
I went to a few parties. We didn't go too crazy. So the first night was really the most crazy night because it was St. Paddy's Day, and there was a party. No, I'm sorry. The first night was Sunday, and I don't think we did anything.
We just walked.
All the way up
the hill.
Lot. We walked a lot. But on Monday was St. Paddy's Day, and there was a bar that was having a GDC party. It had open bar, like as much as you wanted to drink for free, no problem.
Oh, God.
And they made it very easy because we were actually sitting up at the top area, a balcony area, and like you didn't even have to go to the bar to get your free booze. Like they would come around and be like, "Oh, you need another drink? Here you go. Take it. Take one." And everyone was getting pretty drunk, and you knew things were getting really crazy at this game developer conference open bar night when game developers were throwing their business cards over the balcony. Then you knew.
Make it rain!
Make it rain, bitch! That's how things get crazy in a game developer party. It's like, "Oh, fuck it! I'm going off the handle, Sid!" and throwing his... You know. Needless to say...
Well, I've been to the Austin GDC a couple times, and I can tell you, the most active place at GDC is always the bar.
No, those people like to drink. They really like to drink. But then we went to that. The next night we went to the Twitch Destructoid Sega party, and that was fun. But you couldn't hear anything. It was so fucking loud. Like I think we met a few people, threw some cards around there, but for the most part, it was super loud. And that day, like both Bob and I were like really exhausted because the night before we drank too much and had to get up and stand on the show floor all day and stuff. So Tuesday night was really rough, but we kind of muscled through. That was fun, and we saw a bunch of people. I saw Nero there from Destructoid. I saw Dave Oshry on and off all week. A few other people. We saw IGN people were there. So Scott Maxwell from whatever. Mascaville, yeah. From Destructoid was there. And Mascaville. That's something. Mascaville. And then Mitchie D from IGN was there. But you know,
Aubrey Norris.
Aubrey Norris was around, but I never actually saw her. So you know, but yeah. I mean, kind of everybody who's who was kind of there. But yeah, I mean, it was just a really great experience, and I am sort of reinvigorated. I mean, I don't think I was ever uninvigorated, but I'm more so now that we've taken the game, we've brought it out, we've shown people, and they've liked it. That's a big thing, you know? And it feels really good. Bob had put it well a few nights ago when he says, apparently we're not wasting our time, is what he said. And it feels good to
have that validation that you're actually working on something that people want.
Yeah. It's kind of fun. And, it's weird, like, people come up to you, like, "Oh, are you the developer of this game?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I am." That's the question I used to ask everybody. Now I'm on the other side of.
Yeah, well, what was really kind of cool and fun is that the CAs, the conference associates, the people who help out on the floor, they seem to really like our game.
Yeah.
Like people kept coming by and playing it because you could tell they're CAs because they have the GDC shirt and it says like "Ask me anything" on the back. And like we were walking into the IGF to watch the award show and watch John Pope or Lucas Pope take all the awards.
Lucas Pope just was destroyed.
Yeah, but I was walking in and then just like one of the random CAs saw my shirt and just yelled out, "Yeah, Tetropolis!" I was like, "What the? Okay, what?
That's kind of weird.
Where'd that come from?" And
yeah.
it's just it's cool because these people are more the crowd that aren't developers. They're more the fans of the games. Yeah. So the CAs are just volunteers, usually people who are looking to get into the industry or just people who are video game nerds.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun to see how it goes at PAX.
It will be, yeah. And the IGF awards are fun. Even we even stayed for the developer awards, and they were really cool. And I don't know how many people watched this online because it was all being streamed, I think. But Mega 64 did a bunch of little films for the award shows, and they were all really fucking funny. They were all really well done. Yeah. Because Mega 64 is just great anyway, you know. But it was great. I mean, like Bob said, it was great seeing Lucas Pope really clean up, you know, that night and get all these awards, and he totally deserves it for Papers, Please. If you all would remember, Papers, Please was my #1 game of 2013. So. He was right.
It's very appropriate.
He was right once again. Thank you for the validation, everybody. So we'll see. We're thinking
at this point, I think we can say yes. We're going to be at PAX East.
Yeah, so we will be at PAX East. Yeah. Not me personally. I'm not going to go to PAX East.
But I will be at PAX East. You guys will see me there. That's as much as I can say at this point.
Yeah, Bob will be there with a game.
Yeah. So if you're going to be at PAX East, you will be able to play the game.
And a better version of the game because we have all these fucking fixes to make.
Yeah, lots of fixes in 1, 2, 3 weeks.
How many? 3 pages?
3 weeks. I have 3 pages of fixes for 3 weeks.
That's a page a week. You can do that easy.
A page a week. All right.
Page a week.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. So we're gonna.
How clean was the build? Did anybody run into any bugs?
Nothing that broke the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
It never crashed. Yeah. It never crashed.
No. That's good.
So, but yeah, it'll be exciting at PAX East. So we'll see you all there. You know, try it out. All that good stuff. Let us do. I'm sure we'll be talking more about GDC throughout the show here. But let us do our toast of the week. I will go first. This is a fairly easy one. My toast goes out this week to Lucas Pope for pretty much cleaning up at the IGF Awards this past GDC. Deserved all the props he got. Papers, Please is a fantastic game. It's my #1 game of 2013. It's even more amazing when you think that it's basically one dude. I'm getting like, I don't know. People can't hear me or something. I think there's an issue.
I can hear you over Hangout, but not on Skype. Don't worry about it.
Well, that's weird. Anyway, this goes out to Lucas Pope. And what am I drinking tonight? Just some Twisted Teas. That's it. I'm keeping it light because I'm so fucking tired. So anyway, Bob, you go next.
I've got a shot of something. It's clear alcohol and an old chub, and I've got one of my ambers that I brewed. It should be ready. It's chilling in the freezer, so maybe around half time I'll run and grab it. Hopefully it doesn't explode, and I remember it's in there and I don't pass out halfway through. My toast goes to just GDC in general, because fuck it, I'm speechless. Like this is it's been an insane week. It's been great to be able to have so many people just see our game and enjoy it and give us some amazing feedback. And it's one of those kind of stepping stones that I'm glad we did before we went to PAX. And it's just the community there is amazing. I want to go next year, so that's going to be definitely the top of my list. So here's the GDC.
Yeah. I think it's pretty much, we've pretty much guaranteed that even if we're not showing a game next year, we'll still have Tetropolis in development, I'm sure, or getting toward the end. But we're definitely going to go anyway, even if it's just expo passes and stuff.
Totally.
So, Chris.
Man, well, I guess my toast this week, which I've got a soda and a screwdriver as per usual. I would give it to you guys, but y'all have already gotten enough praise as it is. I'm going to give it to Premiere Pro CS5 because it hasn't crashed on my computer just yet, despite how much I've been putting it to work this week.
Nice.
I have been churning out videos. I did a review last night. I did a review tonight. I got one to do tomorrow, and then I got another one to do Sunday. It's fucking insane right now.
Damn. And he also got a new trailer you need to whip up for us for PAX East.
Yeah,
You need to give me
make sure you
assets to
add
work
that
with,
on
sir.
your list.
That will be coming this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just add on your list. All right, well, let us do our toast 1 and 2 and 3. Why am I muted? I think it's going to do that every time I speak. There we go. Now I'm unmuted. Oh, man. All right. So, obviously, I haven't played anything this week.
What are you talking about? You played tons of stuff at the booth.
Yeah, I played lots of Tetropolis. It was really cool.
That's the thing about showing a game is people are much. It's intimidating when no one's playing it and someone's standing by the booth looking at you.
Just
like,
waiting.
He's going to come over.
And then
don't break eye contact.
you do this little like side look thing, like you're like, hey,
Yeah.
how you doing? It's like I feel like a fucking drug dealer. Like, hey, you got
Right.
I got a little something for you. Why don't you come on over here? Why don't you come on over here? I got a little something to make you feel so good. It'll make you feel so good.
Yeah, so you pull them in. You have like either Joseph would play the game, or I would play the game, or we'd have one of the other developers that's in the booths next to us come over and play the game. And you get people like coming up behind them and like, "Oh, cool! What kind of game is this?" And you turn around and be like, "You're playing it now."
Oh, you can
And
play.
they can't say no,
Right.
so you just pull them in, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, I guess so."
Yeah.
Welcome to the slam, motherfucker.
That's what
Yeah.
it is. Slam and jam. Yeah, slam and jam. So, Chris, what have you been playing? And we got other things to talk about too, but like, you know.
Well, I've played a little bit of Titanfall for my review, but my main thing this week, when I've had time to game, has been Ground Zeroes.
You know, I want to hear about Ground Zeroes because I watched a bunch of it. First of all, are you a Metal Gear guy?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I watched a bunch of it before it came out, before we got banned. Remember that? We should talk about that too.
That was interesting.
I want to find out what the fuck happened there. I haven't heard the story yet of what ended.
So, from what we understand,
so let's give everybody
Sunday night.
Let's give everybody a little background first. We were banned. 4Player, the Twitch channel, was in 5 years of continual streaming. It finally happened. We were banned, and we had no idea why. And this was like the night before I left for GDC. So fill me in. What actually happened?
From what we understand, during the night, late night on Sunday or Saturday night, whatever,
Right.
Jeff was playing Dark Souls 2.
Right.
And evidently, somehow, the title in the channel description got changed to Metal Gear Solid 5. And without even looking at the content of what we were broadcasting, Konami banned us.
Wow. But who did that? Who made the change?
We don't know.
But you should. It'll say in the thing, in the back end.
I know. We checked. We don't know.
You really don't know, or you just not saying because you want to protect the guilty
No, I'm
party?
serious. We don't know. I went on a manhunt for 2 hours trying to figure out who it was.
It's like you're like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Goddamn straight. But yeah, no, we don't know who it was. We don't know why it happened.
Well, it had to be a mod, right?
All we know is Konami screwed us over for about 15 hours. So we got back. We got in touch with a bunch of Twitch admins and things like that, and it got cleared up relatively fast. But
Shadow Psycho says we don't know.
Out for over half a day.
Shadow Psycho says we don't know equals it was Chris.
God damn it!
It is strange. I don't know if you should be the one. We need a committee of people looking into this so we can ensure that there's no self-preservation going on here. Because it had to be changed. Someone had to go in and physically change it, and it had to be a mod. It had to be someone with editor stats, as Sci-Fi just said. And that's not a really long list.
Yeah. In fact, Sci-Fi is one of the suspects.
Really?
I mean, after all, she is a mod.
She is a mod. She does have, what we should do like hostages, and we just start like unmodding people, like killing the hostages until someone talks.
I don't see an issue with this, honestly.
We just pull somebody's name out of a hat and who did it? Boom! Next one. Well,
I mean, we've been kind of vindictive against chat lately.
That's true.
Nick made the entire podcast his anti-Cole Chronocast.
I think
timing him out left and right.
I know we've changed the name, but we've changed the game name before just to be silly and whatnot. But we probably shouldn't change it to a game that's not out yet. Probably not. Oh, J52 was saying anybody can change the game through Nightbot.
Oh, really? That's
and we
stupid.
checked Nightbot, and it didn't specify MGS5.
But Sizen is saying Nightbot. Well, God, this is so. And I'm intrigued. And now Frank is saying Nightbot wasn't used. A dun dun dun. Oh wait, would this work? Hold on, wait. Hold on. I know what we need here. Hold on.
Uh-oh, I know who did it.
Wait a second.
You know who did it?
Is this gonna work? Does this work? We're gonna use the Inception button.
Let me see if he's in chat. No, yeah, he's in chat.
Who is it?
He knows who did it.
You can't just leave it at that. Say it's Skype, sir.
I see it in the log. I'm just giving him a chance.
So you've been looking for hours, Chris, and all of a sudden now Bob just found it in the log, like in 2 seconds.
There's a fucking activity log.
I know, that's what I said. You have to look
I
at
looked at that. It didn't say.
Bob just found it.
I see it on March 18th, 7 a.m. Someone changed it from one game to another game.
March
from
18th?
Dark Souls 2 to Metal Gear Solid 5.
No. Sunday morning. That would have been the 16th, not the 18th.
Oh, never mind. It wasn't this person. Let me look again.
Look again.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, okay, sorry. I almost falsely accused someone. Let's not do that. Okay, so 16.
Did you find it, Bob?
No.
Yeah, see what I mean?
No. This is the 18th was when I was actually released. So.
Yeah. The band was at like 2 or 3 a.m. apparently.
Yeah, there's no game change here. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
you know
weird.
what? I think they just were sending these cease and desists like crazy, and they just happened to run across our channel for some fucking reason.
That's weird.
I want to know how they mistake Dark Souls 2 for Ground Zeroes. That confuses the hell out of me.
They didn't even look.
No, they didn't, because this log keeps all the changes. I can see who changed what when they changed it. It never fucking changed to Ground Zeroes except until it was released.
So, Konami banned us for no reason?
Yeah, everything is here. Everything is here. That
Well,
there's no Ground Zeroes.
Oh, well. Well, at least we're back.
Yeah. Well, Twitch knows. They looked through our video log and they were like, "What the fuck? There's nothing here that's Ground Zeroes. We have no idea why they put that claim up." So
yeah, it's all just automated bullshit. So
people were talking about it in chat, and then all of a sudden, ban.
They actually said the
been
word. They said the word, and then they got
It's enough to summon the
ban hammer.
Yeah.
Oh well. So back to point. I was watching some people play, and it looked pretty good. I wouldn't watch enough for them to get through it. You know, the whole open world thing changes everything. And I think we were talking about this last show, where like how each room in Metal Gear Solid is always like its own puzzle, and making it open world, might break that aspect of it. So anyway, what did you think? I haven't played it at all yet. What is your over? And I saw some reviews, and I was surprised to see some pretty goddamn low scores.
Well, you're not going to hear a good opinion from me. I can tell you that Zach, his review is available to subscribers right now. Mm-hmm. It's going to go live to everybody in the morning.
Right.
In fact, I was up until 3 o'clock in the morning working on that last night. But yeah, you're not going to find a good opinion with me.
Well, but if you tell me you're a Metal Gear Solid guy, if you liked.
Oh, let me give me 10 seconds to demonstrate how much of a Metal Gear Solid guy I am.
Let's see. Oh
Besides
God,
the poster.
He's pulling his dick out.
He's gonna pull
It
his
says
dick out, and it says
snake on it.
snake on.
Exact same joke.
That's what happens when we spend a week
This is
together.
what happens when
Bob.
we hang out for an entire week.
Yeah, we start thinking alike.
Yeah, let me show you. Okay. This is the document of Metal Gear Solid 2. This was a limited release making of documentary PlayStation 2 disc talking all about the development of the game.
All right. You've proven
Like,
you're
and I've had this since like launch.
right.
And if you don't own this and you claim to be a Metal Gear fan, then you came in the game too late.
Right.
Let me put it that way.
Okay, so we've established your foundation.
But I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. I really enjoy the series. I mean, Metal Gear Solid, that blew my goddamn mind when it first came out.
Metal Gear Solid is probably my number one game of all time, I think.
Oh, it's a fucking fantastic game.
Yeah.
In fact, ideal scenario, I would want Metal Gear Solid remade again with similar cinematics to what they did in the Twin Snakes.
Right.
You take the entire voice presentation from the original game and you just bring it up to today's graphics.
Right.
That would be amazing to me.
Yeah. So what
But-
happened? Now I'm curious.
There's this game, in my opinion. This is my opinion. This is not anybody else's. It's certainly not Zach's, I'll tell you that. I have a lot of issues with it.
Okay.
First of all, the amount of content in there. The Ground Zeroes mission in and of itself, I completed in less than an hour, and then that includes cinematics.
Yeah.
So that means that I probably maybe put 25, 30 minutes of game time into the game.
Mm-hmm.
Actual hands on the controller. So that's disappointing.
So
The
30.
side missions
Okay.
are. Go ahead.
So it's like $30 for 30 minutes of game time.
At least for me, yes.
Why would?
And that was my first playthrough.
And see that makes me. Why would they release it as two separate games then? Why not just mush them together?
Because Konami wants money.
But because
they can get away with it.
Because you know what Kojima would do with that? You'd play the game for an hour, and then the title screen would come up. Because that's so Kojima, you know what I mean? To do something like that. Because that's what he did. I think that's what he did in Snake Eater, actually. You play for like almost an hour. I might be totally wrong. And then all of a sudden that's when after that the title and the music comes on and stuff like that,
Well, actually, come to think of it, the title for the game doesn't even come up until after the credits have rolled.
The end credits?
Which by the way, the credits are about 7.5 minutes long.
Do you add that to the playtime?
Huh?
Is that added onto the playtime? Is that part of the hour?
No, it's
2
not.
hours?
No, no. That might push it over an hour of actual. Yeah. But I mean, and by the way, no matter the side mission, no matter playing Ground Zeroes, if you complete a mission, it rolls credits. And
Really?
that's stupid in my opinion.
Why does it roll credits?
We know who made the game. All we need to know is the Ground Zero stuff. Okay?
That's something weird happened in here with the way this happened. It's kind of strange. So,
I mean,
what is the let's move away from length and let's get to content.
there's not a whole lot of content. It's one map.
No, but I mean
It's just one.
I'm talking gameplay. I'm talking Metal Gear Solid.
That's what I'm saying.
Gameplay, right.
There's one map for you to deal with, and that's it. The only difference between each mission are your objectives and the time of day in which it happens.
Okay.
That's it.
This is a demo for the Fox engine more than anything else then.
It really is a demo. It's meant to sell the Phantom Pain. This is a demo. It's just a demo we have to fucking pay for.
Yeah, I get you. But let's talk about the gameplay. How is that? I mean, how is that with the open world stuff and the new? I saw cool stuff where you could you could like get somebody and get them in a hold, and you can kill them, or you can like try to get them to talk to get you like information, or he can call his friends, then you can kill them. Like there was some cool mechanics going on in there. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, those mechanics have actually been in the series since Metal Gear Solid 3.
Right.
The interrogation and grabbing guys in the whole 9 yards. In fact, they've made the CQC even easier in this game. You literally press the right trigger and boom, Snake does some kind of maneuver that either you grab him or it knocks him out.
Like you don't even have to like fight or box like the old games. It's like you're actually just take them out real fast.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Guards are smarter. They've got a much better sight than any of the other Metal Gears.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, camouflage doesn't even come into the game at all. It's just sight lines.
Well, not yet. I mean, it might be in the full game.
I'm doubting that. It just seems like it's a full sightline game. I think they take a little bit into account of shadows, but that's only like a smaller percentage.
Right.
The AI is okay. I think one of the biggest problems with the game, and this is something you can turn off, is the reflex mode. And the reflex mode is this ability to where if you're sighted by a guard, the game will slow down.
Right.
And if you pull the left trigger, you automatically aim in the direction of that guard.
Right.
And if you're able to take him out, whether knocking him out or killing him, before it goes out of the slow-mo, no alert goes off.
It makes sense. They're sort of trying to replicating Snake's reflexes of getting caught. You know, I can see that.
It's not a bad system. It's a good thing in theory. However, there's no meter associated with it. You never run out of this reflex mode. So you could run into a bunch of dudes, and one after the other, reflex mode activates, and you could take them all out.
I was just going to ask if you could do that. You can? That's fucking broken.
It kind of is, yeah. And there's also a bunch of like smaller simulation issues. Like when you start it from a checkpoint, you regain a clip of ammo. Guards will immediately awaken sometimes when an alert goes off. It's just a bunch of little different things that just don't work.
So when the alert goes off and you guards are alerted, is there like a countdown like old school Metal Gear Solid, or do they just keep on looking for you eternally?
They keep on looking for you for like 2 minutes or something like that. It's a hidden timer. That goes off as soon as they lose sight of you.
Okay, because in the old one it's about a minute and a half. So.
It depended on the scenarios.
Right.
The map you were in.
Mm-hmm. Right.
In the previous games, but in this, they'll keep looking for you, and then they'll go into the investigation mode where they'll keep looking for you. Their guard will be up, but they don't know where you are, and then eventually they'll just go back to their patrol routes.
Right. Okay.
I don't know, man. It's good. But it's not $30 good.
So you'd say that it's Metal Gear Solid 5 lacks substance.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, shit!
It really kind of does. I mean, the 5 side missions that you have, one of which you have to unlock by collecting patches throughout the map that you have to look for and interrogate guards things for. I haven't even gotten to unlock it because I can't find when I fucking need to collect.
Right.
I mean, great. The game looks good. I'll give it that. And Kiefer, he does a pretty decent presentation.
No,
get used to him.
Are you really? Really? I thought it was terrible.
Now, I'm getting used to him being Big Boss. I don't like the idea of him portraying Solid Snake or any of the other characters, but Big Boss I can get used to because I have the logical argument behind that.
What's the logical argument again?
The logical argument is that Big Boss is in his late 50s at this point in his life, and he's getting older. His voice is getting gruffer.
But you realize that
his voice is going to change every now and then.
But you realize that Kiefer sounds younger than Big Boss sounds in the other games. He doesn't sound gruffer.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. Outside of
I sound gruffer than Kiefer Sutherland.
outside of Metal
I
Gear
should be
Solid
Snake.
3,
God damn it!
we've had various interpretations of Big Boss.
Right.
So you really can't nail down, who is the definitive Big Boss.
Maybe. And then there was the boss, which is Big Boss's boss, the female, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to making sure I get the characters all straight.
Yeah.
So.
And it's kind of weird too. This game takes place like almost immediately after Peace Walker, and Peace Walker was a PSP game when it first came out.
I never played.
It was ported with the HD collection the year before last.
Yeah. But
it's still a game a lot of people haven't played, and for the backstory, you really have to know about what happened to Peace Walker. They try with like pre-taped interviews.
Right.
And cassette tapes that are hidden in the game.
I've actually,
I don't think it's enough.
I've actually read a lot of interviews with Kojima when he talks about this, and he's actually surprised. I guess Peace Walker was bigger in Japan than it was in Europe and North America.
The idea was that they designed Peace Walker in the same formula as Monster Hunter.
Yeah, so he was actually surprised it wasn't. I mean. He came off saying he was surprised that it wasn't as popular in Europe and North America, so he knows that those players are sort of going to be left out to what that story kind of is, or what that backstory kind of is.
Yeah, but if that's the case, and he knew this, then why didn't he give us more preparation as to the overall plot?
Because he wants us to go buy Peace Walker.
That's not a decent argument.
Isn't there a part in Peace Walker where you're Snake and you're trying to chase a schoolgirl down a beach or something?
What?
With the camera.
With the camera, right?
I don't remember that.
Right, Bob? Am I crazy or am I... This happens in Peace Walker.
Is it in Peace Walker where you're using the camera, or is it in 4?
No, you use the camera in a few. In 4 you do too. But in Peace Walker, there's a part where Snake is chasing a schoolgirl down the beach. I mean,
yeah.
maybe I dreamed it.
You might have, though. I think we had the same dream.
Maybe. Oh, was it when we were sleeping in the same bed?
Well, I thought the power of Christ would be enough to keep us from.
Probably, obviously not.
Right. No.
Reborn Revolution.
No one's gonna know what the hell we're talking about.
No. Reborn Revolution over at 4pp.tv is saying there is a date mission. But I don't know if that includes you chasing the girl down the beach. There was something like that going on. It's Kojima.
Yeah, it says you can romance Paz on the beach inside a box, or Kaz.
Kaz. Inside,
Kaz is
on
like
the beach
fucking
inside of a box.
16 in Peace Walker.
Yeah, it doesn't stop the Japanese. That's legal in Japan.
Yeah. That's like almost, over the hill.
Right. You gotta get them young.
That's right. In Japan. Bob knows he was there.
But two more things that really annoy me about the game.
All right.
Number one, this game it's got some disturbing content in it.
Well,
Kojima seems to be focusing on this tone that was never in any of the other Metal Gears.
No, it's supposed to be much darker. It's supposed to be much darker.
It's much darker. It's gross in some ways.
How is it gross?
I mean, they imply a bunch of like fucking rape of this one person, child molestation and murder.
Right.
I mean, they're implying a lot of dark stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean
there is a scene towards the end of it.
Right.
I won't tell you who, but they have to operate on somebody. Mm-hmm. And so Kojima, I mean, the one thing I really like about what he's doing is that he's going with his cinematics. He's going for a one camera thing, like Alfonso Caruso, the guy behind Children of Men.
Yeah.
It's just one camera takes, and so they have this camera panning around Big Boss and Chico and a couple of the characters, and they're fucking operating on this character, and you see that character's guts and just
I'm okay with this.
It's raw and kind of disgusting.
I'm okay with this. Think about it. I mean, Metal Gear Solid games were always pretty raw. I mean, think about the Mantis character. He was kind of this S&M tortured Cenobite sort of creature. Think about the death scene of Sniper Wolf. I mean, that's a very sad jarring, emotional scene all about loneliness and loss, and someone who, I mean, Sniper Wolf was a child soldier and grew up like in that atmosphere. So I think it's just that, you know, I don't think the Metal Gear Solid games were ever not dark.
I understand a game making implications like that. I just don't like how much they're focusing on that. Yeah. I just wish they would, you know, say, hey, you know, Jack was a child soldier, Raiden, he was a child soldier, and we learned more about him. I mean, fucking Otacon, he was sexually molested by his stepmother. We know about that from 2001 in Metal Gear Solid 2.
That's why he cries all the time.
Kind of, yeah. But they're just bringing it forefront, and I really wish it would kind of stay behind the scenes and make me kind of think about it rather than just shoving it in my face.
I see what you're saying. Like, more stuff was more implied than in the front. I got to play it before I can really say anything about it. But I just remember, you know, I mean, Metal Gear Solid 4, you know, almost ended with Snake blowing his brains out in a cemetery. And the only reason it didn't is because they chickened the fuck out. And I think that would, like, I still contend to this day that Metal Gear Solid 4 should have ended with that gunshot, and that's it. It should have been Snake killing himself in that cemetery, and that would have been one of the best endings to any video game ever. But they
I would disagree with you on that.
They chickened out, and he didn't do it for whatever reason. They really didn't explain it. So that's just me, though. That's just me. Personal taste, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of our game, we're going to have our little Determino
he's going to shoot him.
His brains
he's going to blow his brains out.
You finally form that Tetris line, and he has to kill himself.
And that's what happens. That's the light at the end of the tunnel.
These tiny little squares come out of the back of his Tetronimo head into the wall. These splatter effects. That would be
and in the blood, you see a little Tetris pieces coming down the wall.
Yeah, yeah. And then as they come down the wall, they hit the bottom where the wall meets the floor, and they form a line piece and disappear. And they form a line and disappear. They form a line and disappear.
And the last thing that really irks me is that, again, this is a $30 game. It's one mission. And at the end of it is a very significant plot point. Granted, it's not really told all that well, in my opinion. But it's a significant plot point, and if you're not even going to buy Ground Zeroes, you're going to be kind of in the dark with the Phantom Pain. So I'm kind of worried that they're just going to stick this content at the very beginning of the Phantom Pain.
So you think when you
it's going to cheat people out of $30?
You think when you buy the Phantom Pain, it's going to start with Ground Zeroes?
I would not be surprised.
I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna buy the Ground Zeroes. I'm only gonna buy the Phantom Pain, and I'm gonna fucking beat the system.
There you go. But
right.
Then
it's West Side.
Then a lot of people got cheated out of $30.
Hold on, wait, I can do it. I'm so white. Yeah, West Side. Where is it? Oh, it's over there. Boom, boom. That's right, bitch. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're getting cheated out of $30. I don't know. You know, it's from what you're saying, it sounds more like a paid demo, and that makes sense.
It absolutely is. There's no way around it.
So, all right. Well, there you go. So the big question I had from before is, does the open world stuff break the sort of micro puzzle thing that Metal Gear always was, or is it still pretty much fun? Is it fun to play? Did you have fun playing it, Chris? I know it was short, but when you played it, did you have fun?
Well, once I adapted to how they changed around the control scheme a little, and just how the AI works in the game, yeah, I did have some fun.
There you go. All is forgiven. You had fun.
No, it isn't.
You had fun. So, all right. Anything else? Have you played any Second Son yet?
I would if I had a PS4.
Oh, that's right. You're an Xbox One person. I played an hour of Second Son tonight, and it's good. That's all I got. No, it's an infamous game. It looks beautiful. I kind of like the dialogue. The powers are fun so far. I literally just got into Seattle in the game. So, and I just sort of exploring a bit because I live in Seattle. And so I'm having a good time trying to explore the area, and it's like, oh, you're in Belltown. I'm like, I know Belltown. That's where the douchebags hang out, you know? And I want to try to find where I live in the game, like find the Capitol Hill. But it's not, you know, it's like they did a map that gets the feel of Seattle or tries to get the feel of Seattle in a very abstract way. But it's not really like a 1-to-1 or anywhere near it. I was hoping like I can go from the Space Needle and kind of walk west and maybe like find where I live. But I don't think it's going to work out that way. But they did capture, you know, some of the architecture, like when you go more south toward Pioneer Square, the buildings are more brick and old and whatnot. And then if you go up toward like the Belltown area, it's more like new condos and stuff like that. But it's, you know, I haven't played enough to really say much about it. It's basically like an open world Infamous. You get up there and like, oh, there's all this shit I can go to, and there's all this shit I can collect, and there's all these things going on and whatnot. So, you know, I'll have more to say probably next week. But for now, at least I've had fun so far getting to Seattle, and it damn is a fucking pretty game. It's really pretty, running at, you know, close to, if not a constant 60 frames per second. So that's nice to see. You know, it's kind of neat.
I hope that the formula is better than the first 2 games.
You know, I was never a huge. Kick Liquid is right. I meant east of the Space Needle. I'm sorry about that. I was never a huge Infamous fan. The biggest draw for me to get this was the fact that it took place in Seattle. So, so that was kind of the big thing. Plus, you know, the powers look pretty cool. They've been giving a lot of the powers under wraps. But I saw some videos on NeoGAF about a week ago of some of the stuff, and they do some really cool stuff with the powers, I think, this time around. We'll see. The trick is that, you know, a game like this, the fear is that it starts getting boring. Like, you're just going, oh, there's these blips on the map, and they go over there to these blips and do this thing that's happening, and then all of a sudden I'll go somewhere else and do this thing that's happening. So you want to make sure that doesn't get tiring. So we'll see. Zarek1993 is saying 1080p 30 FPS. It seems like it's running faster than 30 to me, but you know, maybe I just have a bad eye for it.
It might be running the gambit between 30 and 60.
Yeah. It seems like it's faster. But, all right. It's 9 o'clock. Oh, I don't have my break music up. God damn it! I'm just not. Oh, there it is. Was this it? Yeah, there it is. I got it in one shot. All right, let's do this. Take a quick break, about 5 minutes, and we'll be right back. You're watching Cocktail Time Live here at FallPlayerNetwork.com. We'll be right back, guys. welcome back. That was a real fast break. Real fast. You are, of course, watching us live here at 4pp.tv. We want to especially thank our subscribers who are in chat right now. People like Scarecrow. People like In the Name of Harmon. Toast Points. Jordan D808. The subscribers that really help us what we do here at 4Player Network. And if you do like what we do here, all of our different broadcasts, all of our different podcasts, all of our video reviews, our video previews, our content from conventions, we ask that you possibly think about subscribing. You can do so over on Twitch. It is $4.99 a month for that. You get no ads on our broadcast, no ads on our website. You get early access to video reviews. You get access to our top fives, dinner times, all that kind of good stuff. And you could possibly be chosen as Chatter of the Week, where you will choose what games we play that month. And we will then do a podcast about those games for you. It's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. But all right. I think if there's anything I played at the show that we can talk about. We can talk about Rex Rocket, which is a pretty cool game, right? Bob?
Yeah, Rex Rocket.
Rex Rocket's a cool game. It's sort of like a Mega Man. It's like a Mega Man-avania, right?
Yeah.
It's
I guess that's kind of a way to describe it.
Yeah. It's a Mega Man.
There actually is a Mega Man Metroidvania in the works right now.
Well, it's not this one. This
Not
is the
indie enough.
This is the original. This is the original Mega Man-avania called Rex Rocket. It actually just got released on Steam Greenlight. I got chosen for Steam Greenlight.
I'll find a link to that.
Like yesterday. And it's really cool. It's like you play this little dude, and you're like a little Mega Man dude, and you're in this giant ship, and you're jumping around the ship, and you're killing shit, and you're getting XP, and you're doing stuff. It's actually a lot of fun. And we hung out with the developer a bunch. He's a really cool dude. But definitely check that one out. I liked it quite a bit. It's a standard, 8-bit graphics, got really good controls. It's a good time. Not to be confused with Red Rocket. That's true. We also played some Tower of Guns. Tower of Guns is really cool. It's you're in a tower and there's lots of guns. No, it's a procedurally generated shooter on the Unreal Engine, and basically it's a roguelike, and you go through, and it's sort of like it's a first-person procedurally generated bullet hell game, is what it is. And as you go through and as you gain more experience and you clear levels, your guns themselves evolve and sort of gain levels. So your character kind of is your guns. And it's a lot of fun. It's like there's so many bullets, and some of the bullets are really big, giant, like honking bullets. It almost looks like you're fighting bombs from Super Mario Brothers, which is kind of neat. What are the games? Oh, what was the game right next to us that was really good?
Airscape?
Airscape was pretty cool as well, which is a side-scrolling, circular platformer where you kind of jump between the ceilings and the floor, and it moves really fast. It made me a little nauseous. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe just a tiny bit nauseous, but it's really cool. It has sort of I know they're trying to avoid it, but it has a little bit of a Super Meat Boy appeal to it in terms of quick restarts and whatnot. But that was really cool. They were actually our neighbors. Like right next to us.
I'm tossing all the links for these in chat.
Yeah,
they got
that's
greenlit
cool.
as well. Actually, quite a few people that were at the booth got greenlit. Everybody that was on Steam Greenlight managed to get greenlit during that week.
Yeah, they were coming to us. We're like, God, do you regret not going on Steam Greenlight? And we're like, no, we're not ready. We're not ready. Believe me. It was so funny. Like somebody who would play the game and be like, "This looks great now. Why don't you just put this out?" And like, no, it doesn't look as good. It doesn't look as good as it looks in my head. Let's put it that way. It looks much better in my head.
Yes.
But I don't. So big news out of GDC. I think like is. So, when you're in GDC, it's kind of hard to figure out what's kind of going on out there. But from your end, Chris, from what you were seeing, was the Sony, alternate reality thing as big as it seemed?
The Project Morpheus?
Project Morpheus.
At least as far as I was reading, as far as coverage, it was really conflicting with the Oculus Rift Gen 2.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. There were people that were excited about it. I'm not particularly interested in it right now,
Right.
especially since it's only devoted to the PlayStation 4.
Well, you might have to get
But
a
I mean, it
PlayStation.
might be worth it.
I know that one thing that's really going to be cool is that Eve Valkyrie is a game for it and will be exclusive to the PS4. The PS4 virtual reality.
The PS4 virtual reality. Okay, so, but there will eventually be an Oculus Rift version, right?
No, it's
Because that
no,
will be on PS4.
No, it's exclusive to Sony. Eve Valkyrie is now an exclusive Sony game.
Well, that's kind of crap. That's going to piss off a lot of people.
No, not the 6 million that have PS4s.
It's going to piss off a lot of. It's going to piss off a lot of Eve players.
It probably piss
Who
off
want
Eve
it.
players.
Think about what is a Dust 512?
Yeah, that's exclusive.
514.
That's Sony exclusive.
Yeah,
This is kind of a long-standing relationship they've had. It's not a big surprise.
that's true. That's true. That's a big get.
Yeah.
They
for me,
didn't announce price point, did they?
I don't think so.
No, it's still really early in sort of development.
Okay.
For me, the biggest mistake they're making right now is combining the Morpheus with the Move.
Which
Because
They
I see
shouldn't.
so many people injuring themselves with this.
Right.
Just when we
Blinding
thought we
someone,
were
and
done
then you're
with the
giving
Move.
them motion controls.
Right. You're blinding them and then letting them swing this thing around while you can't
Right.
see around you.
just when you think they're finally moving beyond the Move.
Right.
It's like if you're playing with the Wii, like you know how many people were playing destroying themselves with the Wiimotes, and they could see. They're throwing their hands into glass, like smashing lamps and throwing them. They're like slapping like ceiling lights and breaking glass.
I
And,
know. They
and
should
now you're not
have
gonna be able to see.
a sword fighting game where it's you versus someone else, and you
Yeah,
both
you're
have
both wearing the
moves,
things.
and you're both wearing the blind visors. Delago saying Move is still a thing. Well, yes, because people are using the VR headset and the Move with the PlayStation 4 camera, and that's how the whole thing is working. And they had a sword fighting thing with using all that stuff. So it's all integrated together. You know, you don't need to use the Move. There was also a game they were showing off. You could try the VR headset at GDC. I wasn't able to because we were stuck on the floor and wouldn't have had enough time to get down there and get online and stuff like that. But they had one where you can see people using the thing and they have screens showing what they're seeing, and where they were in a shark cage. And there was a big great white shark just kind of swimming around and circling the cage. And they had their controller, and with their controller they could like pick up this like spear gun and try to shoot the shark. Remember, like the light in the front of the controllers, like every PS4 controller is kind of a move wand because it has that light. So you don't really need a Move controller anymore if you have a PS4, because the controller itself is a Move controller when you have the camera. So
I'd rather just hold up a flashlight. Just fuck it.
yeah.
Oh, and by the way, no, E Valkyrie isn't exclusive to the PS4. It's also got a co-publishing agreement for the PC with the Oculus Rift.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what
It was first showcased on the Oculus Rift.
Yeah. So what
Yeah.
they mean is it won't be on Microsoft. Microsoft ain't getting it. Is what that means. Though.
You never know. I bet Microsoft might put some money forward to it as long as the Rift comes to their platform.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
You never know.
I know you're hopeful, Chris.
My issue right now is they both look like great ideas, and I've played with it. It's cool technology.
Yeah.
The problem is the price.
Well, we don't know what that is yet, do we?
Well, we know that the Gen 2 development kit is going to be $299,
Uh-huh.
and that's still expensive for me.
Well, but that's
if they can knock it down to $200,
but that's just the
I
development
might
kit.
consider getting one.
That's a development kit. It'll be cheaper than that, definitely, once it gets
I
done.
I don't know.
So Bob, when should we drop the bomb on Chris Davis?
I'm trying to remember which bomb we were gonna drop.
When are we going to tell them we played Doom 4?
Oh
Yeah, you did.
no,
No, we actually didn't.
no.
We're joking.
That would be hilarious though.
That would be, we were talking about that. We were going to do it. Should we joke with Chris and tell him we played Doom 4?
Oh no, I would take the week off just to get to GDC, murder somebody, steal their badge, and get in there to play it.
Yeah.
I need this in my life.
They did have Doom Deathmatch with John Romero, though.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
heard he was kicking everybody's ass.
I saw him a couple times down there playing it with people.
Midway through the week, I think he was undefeated. Like, no one had actually killed him yet.
That's hilarious.
The man made the fucking game. He knows probably exactly what frames to fire a rocket around from.
Yeah.
I think
behind a corner.
after every game, he should have jumped up on a chair and screamed, "John Romero just made you his bitch."
Exactly.
Would have been an awesome ending to every game. Like, oh, yeah, I guess you were right. Guess you were right. Oh, man. So what else did you hear about from GDC? News-wise.
It was mostly like little things, like stories about like Republic, how they were trying to develop the one-touch stealth in a tablet game,
Right.
which was, I don't understand still, and I back that fucking game.
Yeah.
I don't know. There really wasn't anything all that exciting. To me, at least, other than the Morpheus.
GDC isn't really a news-heavy sort of thing.
Yeah, it's not.
We didn't hear very much, so I was more like curious that you heard something that we didn't hear, to sort of be an thing and whatnot.
I mean, there's been a few news stories. I mean,
Well,
we got a major game announcement today.
Before we get to that, though, what's kind of interesting to me, since I'm sort of like all into like digging into the numbers of consoles, being bought and sold and whatnot, is that today, or at least yesterday, one of these days, past 2 days, it was announced that there's actually a price drop for the Titanfall bundle at both Walmart and one other place.
Ooh,
That's good.
They're dropping it
That's
down
good.
another $50. And I'm wondering if Xbox is sort of in panic mode about these Titanfall bundles not really moving off the shelves as much as I thought they would. Because if you think about the Titanfall bundle is already a $60 price drop because you get the system and then you get Titanfall for free. You put another $50 down on that, and that's basically a $100 price drop for the system. $110, really. So it's going to be interesting. I'm wondering if it's just not moving as many units as they thought it would. I mean,
Well, they haven't released sales numbers as far as I can tell.
that'll come out the 12th or 13th of next month.
Yeah, when the NPD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty interesting. So, and actually, Best Buy will do price matching as well within 15 days, I think. So
Yeah, but it's a question of, is this a promotional or is this a permanent price drop?
No, it's not. Well, it's not a permanent price drop, but people are talking about, the rumors are that come E3 there will be that permanent Xbox One price drop. Now, whether that will appear with a separate SKU or not is remains to be seen. But there's a possibility of a price drop.
Yeah,
as early.
I would be all for that.
As early as E3. I think it would be a great move for Microsoft at this point. So,
If anything, let's get Titanfall into more people's hands because that's a good game.
well, it was announced also that Titanfall 2 is now being published for EA and will not be a Microsoft exclusive.
Well, they didn't specify that it wouldn't be Microsoft exclusive.
I thought they did.
No, they said that they are going to be publishing a Titanfall 2.
Right.
But they didn't specifically state that it's definitely going to go multi-platform. They said it might.
Oh, I think that rumor was pretty solid, but we'll keep that one as a maybe then.
Yeah, I keep it amazed because I bet you money there's some people in a back room at Microsoft going, "Hey, how much money can we throw their way?"
Well,
and that would be smart for them. But
well,
I would like Titanfall to go to multi-platform.
Yeah, me too.
Because again, this game needs to go out to people because it's a great game.
I'm against exclusivity in general. Honestly, I want to see everything be put out everywhere. But
I'd like to be playing Infamous Second Son on my Xbox One right now, but that's not happening.
Well, you'd have to play it at 720. But
you've been wanting to make that joke for well over.
Because I know how ridiculous it is. That's why I made the joke, because I know how stupid it is. So it's me just sort of making fun of the whole like 790, 720, 12, 1080 thing. Anyway, but what was the big game announcement? I think I missed this.
It's Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh, Unity. So I read Nick's article.
And no, it's not made on Unity.
Right.
That's the thing that was confusing me.
It was confusing to me too.
Unity news going on too.
It's because all week I've been saying Unity. Everyone's been like, "Oh, what's this made in?" Oh, we're making this in Unity. So now I hear Assassin's Creed Unity. I'm like, what? It's Unity 5? What? What?
The fuck?
Those things are firing off in my brain. So I read Nick's little thing about his day, and I watched the trailer. And man, it seems dull and playing it safe. I hate to say that, but it seems like it's playing it so safe. Like they do this like really cool pirate thing with the ships and all this stuff, and now this is like it's another male assassin in another Renaissance-y looking area. I know it's French Revolution, but I mean all that shit kind of looks the same after a while.
It's an interesting time period for them to put in
because
history. A lot of shit was going down during the French Revolution.
Yeah, history is fucking interesting. It's all interesting.
But there's been several patches of hundreds of years.
It's playing it so safe. It's playing it so safe, and I'm like, and especially after Black Flag, it seems like a step back to me.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, we've talked about this before, but I wouldn't be surprised if they saw how well Black Flag did, and they're already working on a separate pirate-oriented IP.
I'm happy with that. Like, I want more of that. That's great, but
I think I don't know. I think they're starting to get back towards the core storyline of the Assassin's Creed series, and unfortunately, I think that means that they have to go back to the old formula.
Maybe. And Delago, where's my girl assassin? Yeah. We got one for the handheld, but I want an awesome girl assassin, as a main character.
So
it's just
2
a
days
lineage
ago,
of men. That's it.
So yeah.
Well, no, Evangeline, she was in Assassin's Creed Liberation.
Oh, true.
So,
that's true.
Yeah. But no, 2 days ago, it leaked out on Kotaku just these screenshots of ACU, and I thought that looked like a female character, but I guess not.
Maybe there's a associate character, a supporting character or whatnot. But I'm very lukewarm on Assassin's Creed generally anyway. I mean, even Black Flag I haven't finished, and in Black Flag, I never want to get off the boat because every time I get off the boat, I don't have a good time. I just always want to just do stuff on the boat. So I'm kind of like the wrong person to ask anyway, because I think there are people who, obviously, they keep making the games, so obviously people keep buying them. But I want to, do something. Give me a female assassin in 1800s industrial London, and I've been talking about. For years. I've been on 4Player talking about I want Assassin's Creed in 1800s, industrial London, and the person you're getting your assassin tools from is Jack the Ripper. And that's or you're fighting,
I want to play like mid-19th century Japan.
That would be cool too.
I think that would be fantastic.
That would be cool too. But I think they have like all of these roof textures. They just want to retexture, or these roof geometry. They just want to retexture because so we'll just make the wood a different type of wood because that's the type they used in France story this time. They don't have to remake a lot of geometry because if you're going from French Revolution, or you're going from Renaissance to Japan, it's totally different. You can't reuse anything for the most part. But you're right, So now we just have to play Yakuza whenever it comes over here, which it will.
which is not actually.
The new Yakuza. God, the new Yakuza looks so cool. I've been watching. Now, since the PS4 has been released in Japan, I've been watching Japanese players play their games. And the new Yakuza looks so cool. It looks so great.
And again, I've never played a Yakuza game. I probably should try one, but I don't think the new ones coming to the U.S.
There is a mini game where you try to gain the affections of a woman, and the mini game is, he looks at the woman, and all of a sudden, the game becomes a 2D bullet hell, and your character is in his underwear with his arm raised, and there's a heart going back and forth, and these other bullets coming down, and you have to shoot the things and then shoot the heart with your man lasers, and if you shoot the heart enough, you win and you gain her affections.
Maybe that's how it works in Japan.
Maybe. It's really awesome.
I mean, Bob, you would know.
There's so much that's wrong with that.
Maybe someone can find a video on YouTube, because I've been watching this on PS4, and it's if somebody can find it on YouTube and put it in chat, that would be great. But it looks awesome. It looks awesome. Maybe I can find it while I'm looking. So, what else we got? News and stuff.
Well, here's a question I wanted to ask y'all. So, you built Tetropolis in Unity 4, right?
That's true.
They unveiled Unity 5.
It's not out yet.
It's not out yet, after all. But are you going to think about converting it?
Depends. I mean, a lot of it is is it cost effective, and is it going to be worth spending the time to upgrade it for the new features? And probably not.
Well, they said they've redone the lighting, the shaders, and they've built a brand new audio system.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of the problems we have right now are going to be solved by those.
We said that we're not making a really crazy high resolution,
high fidelity game.
No.
So it's not like we wouldn't benefit too much from doing that. And I think that it comes down to whether it's cost and time effective. Like, do we want to upgrade to that license, and then do we want to spend the time porting it over and then learning those new tools? I actually went to talks, and I sat in on the new lighting talk, so I know exactly what they're doing with the lighting engines. And I'm not too sure if we're going to benefit from it or not. So it's one of those things. It's just you need to figure out. Is it worth even doing it? And at this point, I would say probably not. At least not until there's some feature that they announce that we're going to be like, okay, that's really cool, and there's no way we can get it outside of just using it.
Well,
yeah, I like Jeff saying the audio system looks cool. I haven't heard anything about the audio system, but again, cost.
It's another $600 for us to.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, it's like $600 to upgrade the license. As independent developers, that's pretty expensive.
Well, why don't y'all convert your game to Unreal Engine 4 or CryEngine?
Yeah, I mean that's that. Good God, that's a barrier itself. That's a technical barrier itself. They announced their new versions of those engines this week, saying that independent developers can work on those, work with those engines. But I think if you're trying to license it in order to build it on a console or anything, then you start to fall into the whole licensing fees and this other.
Oh, so Random Asian Dude just posted, I think Random Asian Dude just posted the mini game thing. Oh, no, this is oh, yeah, there it is. Maybe. No, this... Yeah, there it is, there it is. Yeah, so...
That's weird.
Yeah, so that's the...
I'm just glad that the bullets are coming out of his head and not his dick.
So that's the bullet hell love mini game, affection mini game in Yakuza. Bob, what is he fighting? What is he shooting? Those are Japanese words. I can't read them, of course.
Yeah. They keep going back too fast. I can't really read it. I think it's just these weird. Oh, come on. I totally missed it. I won't buy it. I can't see it anymore. God damn it.
Oh, well. I actually, I did download UDK. I haven't installed it yet. I'm going to start looking at it.
I've actually, granted, I experimented with UE2, at least years ago, like college years. But I mean, it was a pretty decent engine.
Yeah.
But I was going to ask you, as indie developers, that's what you are now, whether you like it or not.
That's what it is.
What do you think of the Crytek versus UE4 plans?
I don't know what they are.
Well, for me in particular, it's all going to be all about the support and the tools they provide. I know UE4 has a ton of really cool tools, especially in regards to creating shaders and whatnot, and textures and bullshit like that.
Yeah, I've heard their support side is a lot better this time around in comparison to UE3. The UE3
absolutely.
early on, good God.
Yeah, good luck. I mean, that's why I was so hesitant getting into UE4 is because a lot of these engines, especially when they just release them, the support is not that good. Really not that good.
They're still developing the damn thing while they're licensing it to you.
Exactly. Like you're going to be you're beta testing it basically. So as a developer, I'm not going to touch it for the first year or two.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be well supported. There's not going to be a lot of resources online. Whereas if Unity, for us, there's a ton of resources online. It's on version 5 now.
Yeah.
And it's been available since version 1. And there's an asset store in which we can actually pull shit into our game for a low cost. Like I can buy a fluid system for $15-$20, and then I don't have to build that myself.
Yeah. And
Whereas in UE4 and Crytek, they don't have those types of stores. They don't have those storefronts and that types of availability for me. So if I want a fluid engine, unless it's already available in UE4 and Crytek, I can't use it.
Yeah.
I have to build it myself.
And even if we need to edit it, I mean, at least having one already set up gives us a good foundation to work off of, and then from there we can make any edits or changes to that fluid system we need to make.
Yeah, but that's just our use case. I'm sure there's for other people who are much more familiar with it, it's going to be a lot more important to them to have access to the very really high definition, high fidelity graphics and the kind of crazy shit they're doing in those engines, because they're doing some crazy shit in those engines that looks awesome, looks really good.
Yeah.
And maybe who knows? We don't know what the fucking next game we make. If we end up making another game, it could totally be on UE4. It could totally be on Crytek. Mm-hmm. We're gonna need 10 Josephs at that point.
Give me a team.
I don't think the world is ready for 2 Josephs.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, we can have enough money for 2 Josephs. We're going to pay both of them equally.
That's right. We'll just split
nothing.
it. One Joseph,
double what I'm paying you.
one Joseph will lead on Monday. The other Joseph will lead on Tuesday, and we'll just go back and forth.
Yeah.
Of course, one Joseph's going to eat more than the other Joseph every week, so we'll have to. We'll go back and forth. All right. Any other news?
There was a few things.
Go for it, because we got 20 minutes to fill.
20 minutes. I can fill 20 minutes. Just like your mom last night.
I'm
Anyway.
kidding. Oh, my mother's a whore.
Yeah. So I don't know if y'all want to go see this at GDC, but it was announced this week that Koji Igarashi has left Konami.
I know, Bob, did you go to that today?
No, that was around 2:30, and that's about when I got just booked solid all the way. Where there's people coming one after the other. Another Microsoft guy came by, and he was like, "I fucking love these types of games." he's the guy that talks to other people for other studios trying to get advanced technology going on.
Oh, really?
Oh,
cool.
That's weird.
Nice.
But no, yeah. I would have loved me on to that talk, but it's gonna be on video later. I'll watch it.
Yeah, we'll have to, because there was some really good stuff that came out of that. So, one of the slides that Dave Oshry pointed out was one of his slides was, it's very important for the player to play one character and for the character movement to feel good. And I was like, yes.
Yeah,
because we definitely kind of had that done. Yeah, I got interviewed by the San Francisco Gate Chronicles.
That was kind of a weird thing. We were joking because the guy was just kind of asking general questions about the Indie Megabooth showcase and stuff. Joseph, you were representing everybody. Hopefully, you didn't do anything.
All of a sudden, and I tried to put on my best face, and I look like an idiot. I'm sure, awful. But
I did another video interview too for. It's gonna keep making that noise until I figure out what it was.
Do you remember who it was? It was Playboy or like,
I just had to show some skin. They
Show
said,
some skin.
they'd make me famous.
Yeah, indie developer calendar we'll be putting out.
It was shit. I'm looking through my Twitter
Who
history.
gets to be Mr. December?
Whoever made the Banner Saga. It's all
8.5-bit.
It's all wintry. Oh, 8.5-bit. I've heard of them. I've heard of
8.5-bit. Yeah, they're an Australian from Brisbane.
Right.
They're a podcast thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did a short interview with me on Monday, I think.
Nice.
Jeez. That's up. That's online.
It is online.
Cool.
All right.
I don't know if we talked about this last week, but we're getting rumors of rumors of the Xbox One getting price cuts, but the PS4 in Canada at least is getting a price increase.
Yes, because the Canadian dollar sucks right now. So don't blame Sony, Canadians. Blame your shitty dollar. Maybe you had like real money instead of that monopoly money looking shit you people use up there. People would take you a little more seriously. Your clown money. What do you have? Isn't there a lady on it? Jeez.
I don't know. Our money's moving towards kind of ridiculous, like paper or plastic money.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Well, the PS4 itself has been raised $50. Mm-hmm. Both the PlayStation Camera and the DualShock 4 have been had their prices raised $5, and the same with console exclusive games.
Yeah.
So Infamous Second Son and MLB 14. So that they are now $70 a piece.
Get your shit together, Canada. Blame yourself. Look in your big Canadian mirror. If you could wipe the maple syrup off it long enough to see your reflection, then know that it's all your fault. Next news item.
Well, I'm running out here, but I'm working on it.
What? We're only 2 minutes into the 20 minutes you said you could fill.
I'll make up news.
Well, no, I've got some stories that we can, we got some special time about.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what up, Bob? We're our own game studio now. We can just fucking make our own news as we go.
Breaking. Tetropolis features puppies.
A puppy? What?
A puppy, and you have to kill it.
You have to kill the puppy. You do.
Yeah, it's a moral choice system.
Breaking. I'm leaving Next Gen Pants for Hot-Blooded Games. Breaking! I'm back again.
But what the choice is to kill the puppy or not kill the puppy? What are the consequences of this decision?
Either the red meter fills up or the blue one does.
We have meters, you see.
Yes, because that's how it works in real life. When you get pulled over, the police is like, I see your license, registration, and meters, please. Oh, I see your red meter's higher than your blue one. You're getting arrested.
Should have gone Paragon, bitches. We got some new Far Cry 4 rumors coming out. Mm-hmm. So evidently the game will be displayed for the first time at E3. It's due out in 2015, and it's set, interestingly enough, in Nepal.
And what is it? Oh, what is this?
Far Cry 4.
Oh, I thought it said the Himalayas.
Well, Himalayas, Far Cry. Nepal, same difference.
Oh, that's true. That's true. So, lots of snow.
Potentially some jungle.
The
Indian subcontinent is right there.
Right.
So
that'd be fun. You know
what?
what? I like Far Cry. I like Far Cry 3. I'm good more. Is it now next gen, of course?
Yeah, it looks to be next gen only.
All right. Good. It's good. Keep moving that way. None of this, it comes out on 5 fucking consoles at once bullshit. I think Watch Dogs is the last bullshit we're going to deal with that with. Just no more of that. I'm sorry. If you don't have a PS4 and Xbox One, you're just going to have to stop being poor. Because it's very easy. Just don't be poor.
Yeah, just don't be poor.
Just
You won't
don't
have
be
this
poor.
wrong.
Exactly.
Come on.
Jesus Christ.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it. Just stop being poor. Very easy.
Next week we get 2 good pieces of downloadable content.
Uh-huh.
Bioshock Infinite Burial at Sea Episode 2, which will be the last product we'll ever get from, or last AAA product we'll ever get from Irrational Games.
Very sad. Very sad.
Yeah. And the Naval Strike DLC for Battlefield 4.
I am really excited for Naval Strike DLC, and I'll tell you why. They're bringing back carrier objective multiplayer matches like we had in 2014. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Chris Davis?
You mean 2142?
It's exactly.
Wait, didn't they have carriers in?
No, it was in 2142, and they were these spaceships. Then you had to, kill stuff, and then you had to get up into the spaceship and then take points in the spaceship,
They were called Titans.
They were called Titans, And now it's kind of the same thing, except the Titan is now the aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
And you can use pirate cannons as well.
Yes, there are pirate cannons on one particular map, and they can actually be pretty deadly.
And there's sharks you have to watch out for. If you fall into the water, the sharks can get you. But people can kill the sharks so they don't get you.
I was not aware of sharks.
Mm-hmm. I think they're sharks. I know.
You wrestle the shark, you can ride him onto the shore.
You can wrestle the shark and then ride him. Ride him. I'm
Use your gun-
excited.
Your gun strap as a bit on the shark. You shove the gun in its mouth and use the gun strap over its head, and you go, woo!
You need bat shark repellent. You use bat shark repellent to get them off you. If you're on the ladder and the shark's on your leg, just use the shark repellent.
It's in the nipples.
What's in
Your
the
bat
nipples?
suit.
Oh, they're in the bat suit. Yeah, you just squeeze the...
Right. It lactates.
You squeeze, and the shark repellent lactates out. It sprays out like when you squeeze a tube of suntan sunscreen.
It's thick.
It's thick. It's gooey.
Gooey.
It smells like raw ham.
Okay. So I don't know if y'all have heard about this indie project, but the Stomping Land.
I have not heard about this.
It's so indie, you've never heard about
It's
it.
so indie.
It was a Kickstarter project about this time last year. It's still in development. It is basically DayZ with dinosaurs. Okay?
Okay. The stomp.
They spent this entire week updating everybody as to the new mechanics that are going to be introduced into the game, and it sounds really fucking cool.
Does it? So tell me about the mechanics.
So the idea is that you are a tribal hunter.
So
It's permadeath, by the way.
you're a Turok, basically.
Yeah, but no guns.
Sure. Right.
No special space age tech, whatever.
Got it.
You're a tribal hunter, a nomad on a dinosaur island, and you must hunt and kill dinosaurs for meat, and scavenge the world, and both attack and defend against other hunters in the world.
I like it.
The idea is that you cannot kill large dinosaurs. So things like the Tyrannosaurus Rex are pretty much unstoppable. But there's ways around that. So it's got interesting mechanics, like you can camouflage yourself by finding leaves in the environment, and the player can literally articulate where on your character you want to place the leaves. So you can build your your own unique camouflage.
Okay. I like that.
You can track dinosaurs by the sound of them, their footprints, and interestingly enough, the stars, because each bright star in the sky corresponds to a dinosaur.
Oh, that's an interesting way to do it.
Yeah, you can actually tame dinosaurs, and you can become their master and use them against other hunters or dinosaurs.
Okay.
In fact, that's one of the only ways you can actually take down a larger creature.
Right.
There's also you've got bows with multiple different kinds of arrows that you can use to aggravate dinosaurs, to trap them, do whatever, create traps, whatever. There are safe zones based around certain dinosaurs, like the Puertosaurus. It's like a striped Brachiosaurus. in which no predators will get near it. But the catch is, if you're not careful, it'll step on you.
Okay.
I mean, you can ride dinosaurs. You can mark other hunters with paint and aggravate dinosaurs into attacking them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are base building mechanics, a whole totem mechanic, rain and fog cycles, day and night cycles. You explore caves by which you can find kindling and other items.
Right.
There's a bunch of things going on in this game, and it looks good.
I like this. So is this done? Is this done on the DayZ on Arma, the Arma engine, or is it?
No. It's I don't think it's Unreal 3. I don't actually know what they specified.
It's Unreal,
it.
but it's one of the Unreal engines.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good because I hate the Arma engine. I despise it.
It's the Arma engine is good for simulating. It's not good for an actual game, in my opinion.
Right.
So, but yeah, this game is looking really fucking good. They don't have a release date yet. They were hoping to have it actually out right now, but I'm really hopeful for this.
Does
Right.
Nick have the most raging of erections right now and doesn't
I
understand
don't
why?
think he really knows about this game.
Yeah, but his dick knows about it, and it's this psychic presence in his penis is so aroused.
You know, honestly, I think I'm more of a dinosaur-aholic than him.
Are you really?
Really?
Oh man.
I
Why
like
did we not
I
know
like
this?
dinosaurs in video games. I want them in video games, and I mean, granted, I don't jerk off to my dinosaur of the week, but
Is
You
Nick
should.
is Nick still doing his dinosaur of the week?
he's working on a top 5 right now.
Okay. Top
But
five.
It's
I
so
won't
hard
say
to
anything
choose.
more than that.
Because I would think you'd run out of dinosaurs pretty quick. How many dinosaurs are there even?
A lot.
Are there really that many dinosaurs?
There are several hundred.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, several hundred we know about.
I thought there were
Yeah.
like 8. You know, you have Tyrannosaurus Rex, you have Velociraptors, you have Stegohipposauruses, right?
Stegohipposauruses?
Stegohipposauruses, and you have quadriplegics, Thunston Gerstels, right?
Yeah.
Right.
See, now I think you're making up words.
No, I've been studying this stuff. You just haven't heard
It's
of them yet.
the diddly dangly tops.
Yeah, the hepatitosauruses I'll buy.
Hepatitosauruses. Oh man! All right,
Anyway,
well,
y'all should really check out this game. It looks kind of interesting.
I will.
There was another Kickstarter project that launched this week that I think 4Player needs to officially endorse.
Okay, well, what is this one?
It's Bear Simulator.
There's, wait a second.
I saw Goat Simulator.
Yeah, this is getting out of hand now. This is getting out of hand. There's Goat Simulator, which was big.
It's funny though. Goat Simulator is fucking hilarious because you play the tongue.
I know.
Come on,
I
Bear
know.
Simulator. It seems like it's grasping at straws.
I know there's Bear Simulator. Oh yeah. Goat Simulator. We got it. Bear Simulator. That's just we're going too far.
Yeah,
Embarrassing.
a goat is so ridiculous, and it's just jump. I mean, fucking goats. Come on, they jump around and they eat trash.
All right. So here's Bear
Come
Simulator.
on, they're hilarious.
There's Bear Simulator.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a first-person bear game.
They already have $25,000. Jesus Christ. Bob, we do a Kickstarter for Tetropolis, and it doesn't.
Oh my god, the bear's bipedal.
Well, no, that's a. Yeah, it's a mini Skyrim where you explore the world and you discover things. I mean, it's got stat and RPG elements in there.
Yeah, I see.
I mean, the UI in a way reminds me of old school Oblivion.
Yeah. But what the? So, but the big problem is like, what's the point?
The point is to be a bear and do what bears do.
What do bears do? They eat honey, right?
They get
They
fat
have-
and they go hybrid.
they have
That's
a-
And they eat fish. Yeah,
They have
that's about it.
They have a donkey friend.
And
right?
they avoid being raped by Bigfoot.
What?
Do they?
Well, I'll tell you what. At the end of the video, there's Bigfoot, and he's running at the bear like he wants to mount him.
Does he have a big
Giant
floppy
erection?
Bigfoot cock that just is beating on either side as he's running?
It's a very fast moment, but I would not be
Bigfoot
surprised.
dick.
Right.
But yeah, it looks like it could be a little fun.
All right. Well, we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Is Goat Simulator got big, and then Bear Simulator is got to get funding, and then we'll have Penguin Simulator, and then we'll have Horse Simulator, and then
See, that's the thing, though. I mean, I know you're a small studio. You only have 3 regular people working on the game.
4.
But now there's a marketing.
Oh,
You need to pick an animal, and you need to make a simulator right now.
All right, I got it. Bedbug
Simulator.
Bedbug Simulator, and you start as one bedbug, and you have a certain amount of time during the night when the person lays down in bed, and you get to suck their blood. You have to suck enough blood to then mate during the day and make more bedbugs.
Can I make a suggestion in that regard?
Yes.
You start out as one bedbug, but you eventually grow into a whole bedbug colony.
Uh-huh.
And you think of it as like Sim Ant, how that works.
Right.
Or like Katamari.
So you're growing your hives of bedbugs.
Right.
But the thing is, set this game in New York in the 1920s. You could have some really interesting implications there. You could take over the entire city with bedbugs.
What if you're playing bedbugs in it's bedbugs through history. You kind of get the history of the United States or pretty much anything like from the perspective of bedbugs. So you have you're a bedbug in the Watergate Hotel. You're a bedbug during the JFK era. Like you get these kind of like really weird like glimpses into the very personal lives of people that are going into these really skeezy hotels and having these intimate relationships in the bed. Well, you gotta go, pick them.
But what you need to do is what the whole idea when you think of bedbugs, right? You think about the spreading of the bedbugs. So it starts off at a micro level where you're the one bedbug, and then you spread in the room. But then as you do more, the camera pulls back, and you have to try to spread your infection around the city. So you have to try to find the people to infect that will then bring you around the most places. So there's a businessman who stays at many hotels. He stays at many hotels throughout the week. You want to make sure you get bedbugs on him, part of your colony on him, so then he can transfer the colony to different places all over the place. So then it becomes
This is sounding good.
a management a bedbug management sim at one point. You can still probably go down to the micro level anytime you like, but there's that macro almost Sim City-ish aspect of it.
Oh, no. Chat's bringing it up perfectly. The game I was trying to think of the name of, Mr. Mosquito. You could base it in principle off that.
That's what I meant in the micro. When you're the one bedbug, I was actually picturing sort of a Mr. Mosquito sort of thing. But then macro.
If you pull in like the aspects from spore, you have the evolution cycle of like a vector. A vector being some kind of a parasitic insect, like either a bedbug or a tick or something like that, and you can have it so you adapt yourself using, I guess, Lamarckian evolution. No one understands exactly what the fuck that means right now.
I did.
That's where I learned it from. Look it up. It's a word. So you'll be able to choose like aspects and traits of your characters that allow you to be more effective.
So that it becomes like spore,
evidence.
like a spore sort of thing, like spore.
Yeah. So you evolve and to change to be more effective at like either hooking onto the human hairs or like hiding yourself in the skin, improving your anesthetic saliva.
Oh, so you've been doing your things to like go into human hair, right? And all of a sudden, like here comes into the room, who's going to stay there for a week, a bald businessman who's like Swedish, doesn't have much hair.
Now?
Right. So now all of a sudden you have 7 days to make aspects of yourself spore in a sort of spore way that then can grab onto things like better at things like clothing. or other things like that. So then you can spread your seed by using the bald Swedish businessman.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, body lice actually have evolved with human beings to actually hold onto their clothing instead of their skin,
right?
Because we have no body hair.
Right,
we have very little body hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. This is interesting. Tara can help us with this because she's an expert. In all
Write this
this
down.
is what she's getting her PhD in.
Write this down.
But the thing is, if we're going to make this game, it needs to be a little cutesy. It needs to have character visually. So I'm thinking as we go through these periods in human history, we need to dress up the bed bugs in a certain way. Like the mid 19th century, let's give them all top hats. Stovetop hats.
We need to sell hats. That's what you're saying. Monetize this game.
Stovetop hats with bed bugs with hats and monocles. Like what they'll do is they'll wear, and this can go throughout history. And the bed bugs can wear items that have to do with history, So in the 60s, the bed bugs will be wearing little like bandanas and bell bottoms and stuff. Yes. In the 80s, they have like stonewashed jeans and those neon sunglasses with the neon things, Yeah, I like this. All right, you know what? It is 10 o'clock. Let's do our final thoughts. Do our final thoughts? Let's do our final thoughts. It's late. I'll go first. My final thought is this. Post-GDC, I'm very, very, very excited to be making video games. Even more so than I was before. Because there's really that sense of self-validation that comes with showing the stuff you've been working on to peers and having them actually like it. It's like, wow, you like this thing we made. That's so weird, especially since the game we made it's so weird. It's this weird little thing. So, but anyway, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for what the future holds, and I think it's going to be a pretty exciting year. And that's my final thought. Chris Davis, who muted me for some reason, and now he can't hear me. I bet. Chris Davis, now you go. I don't think you can hear anybody.
I didn't mean to mute him.
That's fine. You go, Chris Davis. Final thoughts. You did the final thought thing, Chris Davis. Chris Davis is having problems.
Final thoughts, Chris.
Okay, sorry. I just the way the call's set up, I can't hear you right now, Joseph. So, yeah. Oh no, well, now maybe a little. My final thought is that, goddamn, I've got a busy weekend ahead of me. Again, Zach's review of Metal Gear Solid 5 is now available to subscribers. It will be going live tomorrow morning to everybody else. After the show, I've got to work on my Titanfall review. Then the next Lightning Returns review is tomorrow. I've got a long weekend ahead of me, so it would really be appreciated. We would like those hits so I can go to E3. Please go like, subscribe, the whole 9 yards, watch the videos, read the articles, please.
All right, and Bob Webb.
I'm so tired. I'm really. It's been a long week for me, and I can't wait to get cracking it. On Monday, I'm taking the next 2 days off. On the next for getting shit ready for PAX East, and I'm really excited for a lot of people to kind of play our game and get their hands on it and check out what we've been working on for like the last half year, because it's a sizable chunk of time now that we've actually spent on this game, and PAX East is going to be the first time we're showing off to a lot of the community, so it's going to be trying to get the best thing I can for them. So I am very regrettingly looking forward to PAX East, while hopeful at the same time. It's mixed emotions. I'm going to throw up.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's going to be good. It's going to be good, Bob. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. All right, well, thank you all for coming out tonight for a little bit of a tired but eventful cocktail time live here at 4playernetwork.com. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Chris. Make sure you check out the main website at 4playernetwork.com, and we will see you all next week.